Chapter 14. The Expansion of God's Mind. When we say the mind of God is nothing, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It means the mind is not a thing. It's obvious to everyone that the mind, or consciousness, is not a tangible thing, yet it is a source of all things. At the end of the previous universe, our ancestors expanded their mind beyond measure until it encompassed their whole universe. That process of expansion caused an apparent contraction of their universe until it was reduced to the size of a single planet. The universe was not reduced in reality, but when the mind is expanding, it appears as if the universe is contracting. The apparent contraction of the universe was not followed by a Big Bang or any other kind of explosion. It was followed by a condensation process, where part of the expanded mind condensed in stages in the empty space surrounding the new Earth, creating the seven substances, which eventually formed the new stars after many trillions of years. Now, since space itself is a substance, it means the mind creates space at the same time it occupies that very space. Stars are the condensation of the mind of our ancestors who came from the previous universe. They increase their own mind by expansion, which simultaneously causes their creation to increase as well. That is how God increases himself in creation to make himself like he is in eternity. How do the ancestors cause their mind to expand? The answer to this question is 90% of the subject and reason for these discussions. The achievement of this mind expansion is the primary purpose of the universe. Everything we will discuss concerning the activities of our ancestors will be seen to be directed toward the achievement of this single purpose called mind unity or mind expansion. So we may say chemistry as it is taught today is only 3/7 of what true chemistry really is. It deals with only 3 of the 7 substances of the universe, ignoring the other 4. It will never reach an understanding of the fundamental reasons for the existence of the basic elements and their combining into an endless variety of compounds. Hence, 99% of the concoctions that modern scientists brew in their laboratories will always be poisonous to the body and the environment. But more importantly, they ignore the source of all substances, which is the mind. All the basic natural elements are prepared at the beginning of the universe using the first law of magnetic attraction, the law of attracting like to like. What is the source of the 2 magnetic laws? The minds of our ancestors. These laws are simply the decision of our ancestors to combine star systems in that particular way so that their descendants can use them to form compounds they'll need to run their society. To modern scientists, the natural elements are just objects of chance that happen to form out of a chaotic chemical soup that came out of the Big Bang. That is the essential difference between modern science and Blackroot science. The minds of our ancestors are the Blackroots of true science. When they condense part of their mind to form the stars and planets, they leave instructions that become part of the condensation. Over the trillions of years, the stars will be inwardly impelled to seek each other magnetically and then combine according to these instructions. Therefore, matter is pre-programmed, for a lack of better word. For that reason, moderners, or the non-Black races, will never be able to master matter. Matter can be mastered only by those who created it and their descendants, because the mind of our ancestors became our minds by a process of separation. Our minds will once again become one mind by a process of unity. I hope this will suffice as an introduction to Blackroot's chemistry and physics and astronomy. Next, we'll begin a discussion of the third science, biology and genetics, and find out how the ancient people view this subject from their perspective.